So I'm going to a competition in a couple of days. There's only one problem. It's in Germany. So this is Gütersloh. That's nice. Yeah. So it's Saturday morning in Gütersloh, and I'm in the hotel. Right now I'm just gonna practice some cubing for tomorrow's competition, because seeing as the competition is tomorrow, and I'm really excited. So yeah. As I was waiting for my next cube, like scramble, I was just spamming J-perms under the table. I was kind of nervous, but I still felt a bit better than my first solve, so I was okay with it. I decided that even though if I was nervous, I was still going to try my best, and I wanted to at least get a sub 25 average. And I knew that I had a 31 and a 25. I could make this a sub 25 average if I got a 24, or like a counting 24, or a 23. And so I just wait for my next cube. So here's what the competition looked like, and it was pretty cool. I thought that it looked very nice, and I didn't really know what was going on. Well, it was my first competition, but I was just waiting for the round 1 3x3 results, just to see by how much I didn't make it in. But I did make it in! Barely! I made it in by 11 milliseconds. I got a 24.76, which I was happy with, and the guy that didn't make it in got a 24.87, and I was so happy. Going into this Pyraminx solve, I thought that Pyraminx was going to be my best event, and I saw that the yellow cross in this Pyraminx scramble was pretty good, so I went with that. I made tons of mistakes this Pyraminx solve though, and it ended up being a 23, which I wasn't very happy with, seeing as I averaged around 13 at home. And I hoped that I wouldn't make 2 mistakes and get that included in my average, but I'd actually put the cross edge pieces wrong, so I needed to correct them, and then I needed to do the last layer case again, which took a long time, and it ended up being a 23. Going into this solve, I was actually quite happy with this scramble, seeing as it was pretty good, and I decided that I'm going to try and turn my fastest on Pyraminx and try and get a sub 10, but it wasn't. It was sub 13, it was 12 seconds, but that was alright, and I thought that that was a decent solve. Now, for this solve, I was in a good state of mind, and I thought that I wanted to get a sub 15 solve. And then I saw the scramble and thought, yeah, maybe. All of the tips were incorrect, so I just corrected the ones on the corner cross pieces, seeing as I knew I would probably need them, because I'm not that good at recognition without them. But then the one on the top I just left until the end. And this ended up being a 14, which I was alright with. And I thought that that would be good because it would be included in my average. Now, when he lifted up the cube cover, I instantly thought, oh no, this was quite a bad scramble, and it could even be a 20, which meant I would have a 14 and a 20 in the average, which means that would bring the average way up. And that meant that I might not even make finals for Pyraminx, seeing as this competition only had 2 Pyraminx rounds. And I didn't recognise this case that quickly, and I ended up getting it wrong. And it ended up being a 20, which meant that my last solve had to be insanely good. This solve ended up being a 15, which meant that the average was going to be 16 seconds, which might or might not get me into the second round. But either way, I wasn't very happy with it, and I decided that, well, it's fine. Pyraminx is no longer going to be my main event. But anyway, I was kind of upset with this solve, but ended up being 15, which gave me 16 average, which meant I didn't make it into the second round. But that was fine.